This is Buck Breazeale, technical agronomist with BW Fusion and Agronomy 365. Sitting outside here, outside of a cornfield, and it made me think of a topic I wanted to do a video on today. So out in my territory in Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, we have been receiving abundant rain in locations. And it's a blessing, but it also presents a couple challenges. When you think about the different challenges, the number one that just sticks in my mind is nitrogen management. And there's two different roads to take on this conversation. I'll talk about both of them. But the cool thing is, even though they fork away from each other, they come back together because we do the same action as a result of both. So the first side of this is down in my Kansas and Oklahoma areas. Those guys don't always put a ton of nitrogen out there because they never know what type of moisture they're going to get. And so this year presents a challenge because they might not have enough nitrogen out there for the moisture that they've received. So the question is, how much do they need to apply? That's a great question. We're going to put a pin on that for a second. We'll go over to the other side. The other side of this challenge is the areas that have been getting abundant rain that are highly productive. A lot of those farmers front load a lot of their nitrogen. When you front load a lot of your nitrogen and receive a lot of rain like what we have, it presents an opportunity for you to lose that nitrogen through both denitrification and leaching. The question then becomes, as our corn approaches reproductive stages, how much of that nitrogen is left and available for that crop? This is where they both come back together. The answer to this is to take a tissue and soil sample. Taking a tissue and soil sample and pairing that information together, knowing how much nitrogen is out there in the soil and in what form it is, and then talking about the tissue sample and seeing what form of nitrogen is being dominant in that tissue sample, can allow us to make an educated decision about what is best for your ROI and how to finish out this crop. This is a deep rabbit hole if we want to have a discussion on form and function of nitrogen. But one thing I do want to hit on before I end this video is, don't just think of it in commercial fertilizer terms. Yes, there's 32%, there's dry urea, but there's also amino nitrogen. And if you look at a product like we have with our product amino, not only do you get the amino acid nitrogen, but you also get micronutrients that are going to help that plant more efficiently utilize nitrate that it's uptaking. Guys, like I said, this is a big discussion, and it probably needs to be longer than what I can do in this video. If you've got more questions on this, please reach out to one of your BW dealers or anyone on the BW staff, and we'd be happy to talk you through this. Guys, this has been Buck Breazeale. Have a safe and happy holiday.